Hot take. Ultimate Girls Trip would be a better show without Vicki Gunvalson and Giselle Bryant. I know, I said it.
I get scared of being around you with the conflict. My life is so good. It's so incredible. I don't want conflict.
And after watching episode 1, where one of them turned a prison confession into a TurboTax commercial, and the other one started 2 fights during a single bathroom break, I'm ready to defend it. Let's break the premiere down. We open on the yacht. 7 women, 7 cardboard cutouts of their season 1 selves, and the immediate consensus that Vicki looks the most the same and Teresa looks the most different. Which Vicki genuinely meant it as a compliment. She meant Teresa was beautiful then and is even more beautiful now. Every other woman on that boat understood the assignment. Teresa did not. And honestly, fair, because the delivery was Vicki's delivery, which is to say it landed like a diagnosis. But Teresa, to her credit, does the new Teresa thing. She doesn't flip the yacht, she lets it simmer. She's going to bring it back up at exactly the moment it will do maximum damage, and I respect the restraint. Then Teresa starts to open up about going to prison, and this is genuinely rare. Teresa does not talk about this, ever. She's finally letting the group in on what the show cost her. And Vicki slams the table and starts screaming, "Pay your taxes. I always pay my taxes on time. Early, no penalties, no interest."
So the government came knocking on her door and they said,
I never want to know any of this for me. I pay my taxes all the time, no penalties, no interest, no nothing.
This is a woman who greeted her castmates at the airport with life insurance applications. And now she's hijacked Teresa's vulnerability to deliver a live-action H&R Block sermon. Teresa was trying to have a moment. Vicki turned it into a PSA, and this is Vicki's whole thing in episode 1. Every conversation ends up orbiting her. Someone opens up, Vicki has a lesson, someone reflects, Vicki has a story. She cannot let a beat pass without inserting herself into the center of it. The Reddit take going around is that she's on another planet. Thinks she's an A-list star. And honestly, yeah, that's the read. Meanwhile, shout out to the top of the episode, Nene Leakes helping Portia pack. Nene walks into that closet and every gay man in America screamed at their TV.
Some cute shit. Because you know Kyle and Vicki, they got good clothes. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have some fur. You need a gas.
She did nothing, made one joke about Portia and the Lady Pond, and left. And it was perfect, because that's what this season is supposed to feel like. You cannot honor 20 years of Housewives without honoring Nene. Portia said it in every interview, the show knows it, and the second Nene stepped out of that car, the tone was set. This is a nostalgia show. Let the nostalgia breathe. Vicki did not get the memo.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me.
You opened the door, we kicked it down and took the house and threw you out, okay? You have been evicted, Vicki.
Off the yacht into the Quiet Woman, which is the OC institution where the girls meet up with Joe De La Rosa, Gina Coe, Tamra Judge, Shannon Bedore, and Heather Dubrow for an 80s Bunko party. Gina Kirschenheiter also stops by, and I want to flag this because it matters. Gina is currently battling tongue cancer and cannot speak right now. Meanwhile, Kyle Richards genuinely does not know who Joe De La Rosa is.
I was the very first housewife. The show was written about my family.
Oh, I thought it was Vic. No, it was Vicki.
Kyle is standing there like she walked into the wrong party. And you can feel her doing the math in real time. Iconic. Then Jazelle sits down. Jazelle sits between Shannon and Tamra. 2 women with an active, well-documented, still airing conflict on RHOC right now. And within about 30 seconds, she looks at Shannon and just goes, "Do y'all hate each other?" That is the entire Jazelle strategy in one line. She's been in that room for less than an hour. She barely knows these women. She just lit the match and sat back. Shannon and Tamra go off. Tamra comes in hot. I'm the one with the husband. I'm the one with kids in college. I'm the one who has everything. I'm not the one struggling right now. Which, first of all, Shannon's kids are also in school. One is in Paris. This is public information. Second of all, the digs about the husband and the struggling, those were pointed. But what actually made Shannon walk out was the drinking mime. Tamra did the drinking gesture and Shannon was done. Now, Is this a friendship ending blow up? Not really. If you've been watching Orange County this season, you know they're already working through it. So the fight itself was a little less explosive than the buildup suggested. But it happened because Gizelle made it happen. She was the accelerant, and she wasn't finished.
So earlier today, Vicki told all of us that she can't trust you because you like to make things up and throw her under, and so she can't confide in you.
Tamra gets up to go to the bathroom, and Jazelle, again, a woman Tamra has known for approximately an evening, corners her and tells her Vicki was talking about her on the yacht. Says Vicki doesn't trust her, says Vicki thinks she makes stuff up. Vicki did not say that. What Vicki actually said was that Tamra does things for the camera, which, Tamra, that's the job. We're all here doing the job. But Jazelle repackaged it as an accusation and handed it to Tamra like a wrapped gift. Tamra storms over to Vicki. Vicki denies it. Does cop that she doesn't love how Tamra treats Shannon. Now there is a second fight on top of the first fight, and Jazelle just cleared 2 conflicts in 1 bathroom trip without lifting a finger. That is genuinely impressive gameplay. But here's the thing. Jazelle has been on Potomac for a decade, and if I asked you right now to name her single most iconic Housewives moment, you would sit there staring at the ceiling. She doesn't have a catchphrase. She doesn't have a gif. She doesn't have a table flip. She has strategy. And on a show that's literally built around celebrating 20 years of iconic moments, showing up with nothing except the willingness to instigate feels like the wrong assignment. She's a great player of a game we're not really playing this season. Quick pause. If you have opinions about which housewife should have been left in 2010, hit subscribe and drop a like. I'm covering every episode of this season, and I need my Bravo people locked in. Back to Vicki's shrine. Vicki takes the stage, second worst wig ever on Real Housewives. And I'm sorry, Vicki, but Ashley Darby still holds that title. She places a framed photo of Slade Smiley on a table next to a lit candle, and the entire room goes still. Because it looks like a funeral. It looks like a seance. Danny from the Recap podcast literally said it felt like they were paying tribute to him. Someone in the room actually asked, is he dead? He is not dead. He is very much alive and probably selling something on Instagram right now. But the story Vicki tells is real. Back in season 4, Slade, who at that point was dating Gretchen after breaking up with Joe, who is sitting in the room, compared Vicki's face to Miss Piggy. And that comment sent her spiraling. New nose, new chin, facelift. In her words, a lot. And she says the insecurity never actually went away.
Slade hurt me to my core. I got a new face because of him.
You didn't need a new
You didn't
face.
do that. You want to look at his face? I would do this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There we go. Party started.
That once the public gets its hands on how you look, you can't shake it. And this should be a devastating monologue. Every woman in that room has been ripped apart by strangers online for her face, her body, her outfits, her wigs. They know. The chorus starts up. He's a pig. He's a nasty man. And for a second, you feel it. This rare moment of sisterhood over something they've all lived through. But the framing is so bizarre. The shrine, the candle, the funeral energy, that the meaning almost gets lost. And this is Vicki's whole problem in episode 1. She has genuinely real things to say. She just wraps them in so much theater that you can't get to the point. Then Luann walks up, grabs the photo, and smashes it on the table, shards everywhere. Luann goes, "Why do you want to look at his face?" tosses him aside. There you go, party started. That was the best moment of the episode. And Teresa, dead serious in the confessional, is annoyed that Luann beat her to it. She was going to do that. It was going to be her table flip. Vicki accidentally stole her own vulnerability moment from Teresa. Then Luann stole it from Vicki. The layers. Then Tamra gives a speech about Vicki that starts sweet and ends sideways. She's trying to say something nice. You never needed the surgery. You were always beautiful. Slade sucks. But the delivery lands like a callback to the plastic surgery itself. Teresa jumps in to essentially say, Tamra, you were on the right road and then you took a wrong turn. You never needed to get plastic surgery. It was a really sweet moment until it wasn't. Tamra, as always, keeps it spicy. She's not even technically on the trip, and she still made herself the second most chaotic person at the party. Meanwhile, the East Coast girls are visibly recalculating whether they signed up for this, because Vicki, Tamra, and Shannon do not have indoor voices.
Let's try something else.
OC's loud. Those bitches are loud.
Oh my God, they're loud.
It's like that literally gave me a headache. Yeah.
They started at 100 decibels in 2006 and have never come down. Jazelle and Luann look like they're getting a migraine. Bunko is being shouted, and honestly, Bunko does not need to be that loud. Nothing does. Also, the surf and sand resort in Laguna, which is beautiful. Ocean right there, very European feel. One problem, no air conditioning. In 2026, Danny on the Recap podcast could not get over it. And I'm with him. You want me to open a window and catch an ocean breeze while I'm sweating through a silk pillowcase? No, I don't. Kyle also tries a prank with a family van as a callback to Vicki's iconic, "Why did you bring a little family van?" line. And to everyone's credit, the girls all give it a go and pile in. Small win. The show is at its best when it's just letting these callbacks land. Some people argue Jazelle is necessary, that every ensemble needs an instigator, and she's the best in the business. Fine. And Vicki's whole appeal is that she's unhinged and the delusion is the point. Also fine. But there's a difference between a chaos agent who elevates the room and one who steamrolls it. Episode 1, both of them steamrolled it. The good news, they're leaving Orange County. Next stop, new city, new group of legends walking back into frame. And based on the preview, it gets worse before it gets better. There's a moment where one of the traveling 7 does something so tone deaf that another cast member allegedly considers going home. There's a dinner. There's a name that gets brought up that should not have been brought up. And there's a scene at the next hotel, which does have air conditioning, thank God, where 2 women who have not spoken in years are put in the same room and the temperature drops about 40 degrees. I have theories. I think one of them involves Jazelle doing exactly what she did at the Bunko party, in a different bathroom with much higher stakes. And I think Vicki's about to say something about someone's marriage that she absolutely should not say. But I want to hear from you first, because before I get into the next episode breakdown, I need to know where you land on this. Vicki and Jazelle, cut them, keep them, or put them on a leash for one episode. Drop it in the comments.